Bulldogs. We'll take a look at their starting lineup after a quick look at their coaching staff. Sarah Martinez, in her 5th year with Yale, 2022 Ivy League Coach of the Year. She got some great experience playing and then working for, playing with, playing for, assisting, you name it. Leslie Gallimore at Washington. Martinez was a great player with the Huskies. Seattle native. She's got all kinds of family members down here for this match, and she's done a great job with this Bulldog program. Caroline Kelly in her 1st year as the head coach for Oregon State. She was named the head coach in early July after Lauren Senecola stepped aside. Kelly was an assistant for Senecola, worked as the goalkeeper and back line coach, has some great tenures with other colleges heading into her assistantship at Oregon State, and now she is the boss. This is the home opener for Kelly and her Oregon State club. You know, there are jitters, the good kind, as Kelly will coach for the first time here at Paul Lorentz Field, and her team will make their home opener looking for a 2-game win streak. Yale defeated St. John's just the other night, 1-0. And again, that gives this Bulldog club some momentum coming into this afternoon's match. Oregon State, a victor on the road against Idaho State. So again, both of these clubs 1-1-0. So Oregon State huddling and ready to take the pitch. There's a good look at the Bulldogs. Ivy League soccer, really, really quality soccer. Last year, 4 teams from the Ivies competed in the NCAA tournament. All hosted, all won first round games. Harvard, Brown, Columbia, Princeton. And last year, for the first time since '81, the Ivies went back to a postseason Ivy League tournament. Top 4 regular season teams qualify for that tournament. Yale did not qualify last year as they can't come off a disappointing campaign. Winless in conference play, they hope to turn that around as they're a lot healthier this season. Oregon State, obviously playing in the West Coast Conference for the first time, interim fashion for a couple of years, coming from the mighty Pac-12. You talk to Caroline Kelly, and Oregon State is looking forward to WCC competition. That is one heck of a soccer conference, as we know. As we are underway, Oregon State in their home whites, looking for early action. Ooh, inside the 18, Oregon State making their presence felt offensively, and they'll start thinking, okay, let's get that ball in our offensive third and attack. There's a good look at Katie Godden. Both teams are going to get numbers high. Both teams want to press. Neither team wants that midfield element to get too comfortable with open spaces. So expect some high numbers and some presses, and let's see if teams can take advantage via the counter. There you see the ball hawking. Neither team scoring a lot of goals at this point. It's very early in the season, so the defenses are thinking a miscue could set us up nicely. Love the push by Benedetti. That's good Yale defense. You'd expect nothing less from Logan Jacobs. So glad, if you're a Yale fan, to have her back on the pitch after suffering that early season injury last year. This is a completely different team with Jacobs on the pitch. And here comes Yale. Both teams, though, with noticeable absences in their lineups. Yale missing Anita Thorvaldstadter, recovering from the ACL last year. Caroline Herness, you take those players off the pitch, big losses for Coach Martinez. While Kelly is going to be playing without Sawyer Service and Lindsay Antonsen, veteran players that she was counting on, both injured, out for the year. But we play on. Phillips a little heavy on the touch. It'll be an Oregon State throw. Jacobs, easy call to make as Benedetti goes flying. Ava back on the pitch after missing all of last year. So it's kind of the injuries giveth and taketh for both of these clubs. Service off target. Both of these keepers very good with their feet, extra field players, if you will. You can build from the back with that extra field player via the keeper if they've got the kind of footwork. Smartly played by Tyke, and switching fields is Yale. That's good combination passing. Nice step, though. Oregon State, well played by the freshman Wilson. Uh-oh. Ball bouncing dangerously, up for grabs. Just trying to clear it if you're Oregon State. Yale would have none of it. Cahalan just getting under that shot over the crossbar. Maya Sanchez in goal for Oregon State. The great Haley Cole graduating. It's Sanchez's turn now. Kyla Holmes will mind the net for Yale. And here come the Bulldogs again, nearing the 18. Good defense, Oregon State looking to counter. There's a good look at Maya Sanchez, the junior out of California. She did get some action last year. Haley Cole got the majority of the minutes, and Sanchez and Taylor Hanna went neck and neck, toe-to-toe in the offseason in terms of who was going to get that starting nod between the pipes for Oregon State. And Sanchez indeed did get the nod. Already has a shutout to her credit. It'll be really interesting to see if Oregon State can get McKenna Martinez into the mix. Ball picked off easily. Here comes Yale. Turning and looking, Rappel, she's going to leave it. Both teams giving balls up via some lazy passes. That's going to have to clean up in order to execute with any kind of precision in that final 18. We're going to play on, and now Oregon State wins that battle. We're early in the first half here at Paul Lorenz Field. Oregon State taking on Yale. The Bulldogs making their first ever trip to Corvallis. Back in 2021, when these two clubs met for the first and only time, they decided to do a home-and-home series. So that first match in 2021 was in New Haven, Connecticut. And here we are. Yale returning the favor. Good hard tackle, but the whistle is going to go against Tyke. And she's going to get booked with the yellow.
22. The yellow card is booked.
Benedetti slow to get up.
Peter Tyke.
So free kick for Oregon State. Bautista with the line drive. Ball up for grab. Yale just looking to clear. Oregon State keeping the ball near midfield and now picked by Yale, and here come the Bulldogs. Ooh, that was kind of a lucky break for Oregon State. The ball skips underneath Bautista, but Sanchez is right there. Temperature mid to high 70s. It was in the 90s here yesterday. Wind's not a factor at all. .50-50 balls, charting those is going to be really interesting today. Another foul going against Yale. McKenna, that is a rare situation. You wonder when they're going to get, Oregon State will get her involved. She's not even starting today, which is just a rarity. Best player on the pitch by far, not starting for Oregon State. You wonder if she's got a little bit of a knock. Oregon State with the notion. And keeping it in their offensive third. Wilson battling. The freshman out of California. Really showing Caroline Kelly and her staff an awful lot to get that starting nod as a freshman. Really helps that veteran back line, does the youngster. Really good ball. Oregon State's got action outside of the 18. Ball blocked, really like that idea. Just a good hustle play by Benedetti. Really good hustle play.
I can't get there. Can't get there in the corner. I can't get the left side.
So Oregon State will have a throw. Let's see if they can do something with it. Yale's defense playing cat and mouse. There's a good look at Holmes, the sophomore. Both of these teams replacing really solid keepers. We talked about Oregon State and how Haley Cole graduates, one of the best to ever wear Oregon State gear. Well, Holmes is replacing Marissa Shorrock, who was a great story, started as a walk-on and then took over starting duties. So both of these teams will have to rely on their defenses to keep things nice and settled as these keepers kind of find their way in starting roles. Jacobs gives it up. Good tackle. Wilson doing her thing. Yale, though, is able to dispossess and keep that ball right where they want it. Good job by Oregon State's defense to force Yale to start from that back line. Now into space. It's a great ball if you can keep it alive. You hear the fans yelling, away, away. Akins, the transfer out of TCU, gives it up. Near side, Phillips now. Beavers bringing those numbers up. Godden chasing now Benedetti. Phillips has got some room. Great ball by Phillips. And there's the defense. Juju Barker, such a veteran. In the right place, at the right time. You just cross your fingers that Juju stays healthy this year. She's been battling injuries the last couple of seasons. And when she is healthy, a rock defensively. It's good double team defense by Yale. And now some room for Cahalan and company. Oregon State saying not so fast. Numbers get high again. Good defense, Oregon State, middle of the pitch. You like that idea? Here's Claire Jones. A lot of room. Jones into space for Tobias. Foot race there. Booker and Tobias. I like that ball. Trying to break a line. Tobias just not able to corral that in the run of play. 14th minute, still scoreless at Paul Lorenz Field. Both coaches anticipating a low-scoring match. That first goal is going to be critical. Near sideline, Golden. Thought maybe Phillips would have an overlap, but she holds up. Now into space. Good ball, Cahalan. Tries to cut through. Good Oregon State defense again. Urba jump starts the attack, just a little heavy. Caraher not able to flag it down. Like the idea of Oregon State using the width of the field, trying to stretch that defense. Good combining, Yale. Turning. Yale looking for some kind of a service. Good defense, far sideline, Oregon State. Just not able to turn that corner. Yale wanted a crossing pass, and it just wasn't available. Not much pace on the counter for Oregon State. Yale's defense gets organized. On the turn, Tobias still carrying, now gives it up. Great ball into the hands of Holmes. Turry was crashing and charging. Holmes, though, mopped up. I like the idea. Just great run on this near side. Turry. Good D by Phillips. Holmes didn't really need her, but a good run by Turry all the same. Well played, Urba. Benedetti leaves it. Heavy on that pass. Oregon State, though, maintains possession. And Jones is going to drop it right back. Here's Wilson with some room. She'll carry. That's a great step. Here comes Yale. Cahalan, good defense. The veteran Cahalan takes it right away from Wilson. Near sideline, flag is up. Last year, Oregon State scored but 16 goals, gave up 34. That obviously has to change. The Beavs going 4-8-7 last year, 1-6-4 in Pac-12 play. They're in the very competitive West Coast Conference this year with the Pac-12 dissolving. So a 2-year interim basis. Welcome to the WCC plan and program in place for Oregon State. WCC with 3 teams to the NCAA tournament last year. The 4 national titles, 2 apiece, Santa Clara, University of Portland, and 21 Final Four appearances for this conference. Really good soccer conference. Good carry and the lead for Cahalan. Great ball, great ball. Oh my goodness, Yale so close. Off the post, they're not done yet. Oh my goodness. That ball was definitely up for grabs. Bulldogs look to get on the board in the 19th minute, and that shot off the post. Sanchez was out of position. And I couldn't tell if that was Rappel or an Oregon State player that nudged that ball off the post again. Sanchez a bit out of position. Yale's corner kick really good in terms of the setup. And it'll be Oregon State's ball. Oh, Yale's so close. And here's the corner. Punched away. And then Tyke just didn't have any pace after Sanchez was able to punch it away. Out of position was Maya. And Tyke was in great position to slot that one home, but just didn't have the pace. So Yale will be bemoaning that last couple of minutes with some scoring opportunities galore. Fouls mounting against Yale, that's for sure. Golden tagged with that foul. So we're still scoreless here in the 20th minute. The Bulldogs mighty close. Rappel just terrific on those corner kick services. Wow. We showed you that in the open. She's up to her old tricks. Here come the numbers. Into space, nobody there. And again, to remind you, McKenna Martinez surprising everybody, not starting today. The most lethal scorer on the pitch. Uh-oh, big giveaway for Oregon State. Yale, dummy run here and into space. Great ball. Yale got business again. A weak clearance by Oregon State.
For the Bulldogs, Ellie Rappel.
Almost cost Oregon State. But another corner for this Yale bunch, and it's Rappel with the honors. You're looking to clear. Still alive. There's the clearance. And again, Jacobs was there. Couldn't get any pace on it. You got to do something if you're the Bulldogs when you get these kinds of opportunities inside the 18. Well played, Cahalan. Yale maintaining possession. Yale doing a really good job in their attacking third of combining, finding openings, making some good runs. They've had their chances, have the Bulldogs, in the 18 again and leaving it. Jacobs, really good step. Well played, Tobias. Yale gets it right back. Turnover, Oregon State. That far sideline has been favorable for the Bulldogs. Yale turning. And here's Oregon State just chucking it. Yale maintains possession. 23rd minute, scoreless here in Corvallis. Yale dominating play at this point. Turi's going to leave it. Well played, Erba. Strong on the ball. Jones spreading the field, stretching that field. Barker. Gotten double and triple teamed. So a corner kick for the Beavers. Let's see if they can take advantage of the set pieces.
Corner kick coming for the Beavers, Ava Benedetti.
Benedetti hovering over that ball, far corner. 25th minute. Here we go. Turn not there, ball blocked. We'll do it again. Good crowd here at Paul Lorenz Field.
For the Beavers, Ava
Home
Benedetti.
opener for Oregon State, hosting Yale for the second time. Ball up for grabs, headed out of the danger zone by Yale. And actually, I should say hosting Yale for the first time ever, teams meeting for the second time. Barker, he's got room. Godden looking up. And now Wilson, real estate as well. Thought she might take it down this near sideline. Instead, sends it right back to Bautista. Trying to break some lines. Oregon State, Yale's defense playing that very well. And there's the deep ball that Oregon State is able to pick, but they give it right back to the Bulldogs. Just a few minutes ago, the Bulldogs with, gosh, a handful of chances over the course of a bunch of sequences, but not able to crack the code. Phillips is going to leave it. Nice step, the youngster Wilson. That ball blocked. Wilson sticks with it. Well played. Veteran play right there by Tobias. Finding Barker. Miscommunication there. Well played. Cahalan shielding the body. Here's Phillips. Phillips again, looking for a runner. 27th minute here at Paul Lorenz Field. Home opener, Oregon State hosting Yale. Both defenses have been very good. Oregon State's defense definitely tested, as Yale has been able to win the possession battle in the midfield and attacking third.
Substitutions onto the pitch for the Bulldogs. 14, Phoebe Ryan. On for number
Phoebe
6,
Ryan.
Tina Tyke. And number 16,
Alana Butcher
Butcher.
checking in for
6,
Yale.
Reagan Exley.
And again, we have not seen, if I'm not mistaken, we have not seen the great McKenna Martinez yet. We weren't aware of any kind of injuries. Biggest scoring threat on the pitch. Whistle blows the play dead. Phillips had some room. Another foul against Yale. Twenty-ninth minute. Tobias is going to cut and look for some room on the near sideline. What a great run by Tobias. Look at the battle. Tobias and Phillips. Classic. And here's Val, the veteran. Oh, the step. You love that idea by Tobias. Read that one beautifully with Caraher looking for a great run, but Yale's defense stepping up again, literally and figuratively. Tobias, the grad student out of California, so dynamic for Oregon State. Coming off a career year, Tobias, just a ball to watch. Phillips leaves it. And on the overlap, here's Benedetti. Turi. Love that last sequence if you're an Oregon State fan. Look at that ball, and just in the nick of time. As Rin Choi checks in for Oregon State. The transfer out of Chemeketa Community College. There's a good look at Choi, the South Korean, checking in. 31st minute.
Substitutions for the Bulldogs as well. Number 19, Abigail Solomon on for number 18.
And Abigail Solomon checking in for Yale.
Ashley Kirchner. 25, Ellie Rapp.
And Ashley Kirchner in for the Bulldogs as well. Ooh, look out here. Booker playing some stout defense for Yale this afternoon. Yale trying to keep it in their attacking third. Ryan's been active off the bench. Well played. Akins. Ball blocked. Choi. 32nd minute. Booker just kind of calmly anchors that back line. Two-time All-Ivy. Tight quarters. Ryan gives it up. We'll see if Yale can get a good cross. Dangerous here. And here's Choi. Let's see if Oregon State has a counter in them. But the Beavs give it up. Yale, right where they want it. Ball blocked. Nicely played. Choi again. She'll get it right back. Lots of room for Wilson to carry. Instead, gives it up, gets it right back. Choi looks up. Nice step, Kirchner. She'll wheel, look for help. Just really good defense. And on the run, Turry. Here's Turry. Can she find some help or maybe go one-on-one? Choi turns. Yale's defense stepping up again. Just a great ball run of play for Turry. But quickly, Booker and company solidified and nailed down that 18. Both defenses playing so well. And there's the offside flag. Booker was hoping for that. She was raising her arm and waving her arm, and indeed, offside against Oregon State. Look at Booker playing safety. That's just great defense. Young mopping up. Bulldogs looking for some magic here in the 35th minute. So impressed with both of these defenses. Yale had a shot, hit the post. Oregon State's keeper, Sanchez, was out of position. The ball hit the post. That's the closest anybody has come. Turry. Ball whistled dead. She tried so hard, did Megan, to stay onside, that you see the flag. She knew it was going to be close, and she said, heck, I'm going for it. It's a good run by Turry. She's just such a great story for Oregon State, is the junior out of Canada. First 9 games last year, she averaged about 23 minutes. The next 8, Turry averaged 87 minutes a game. She went from 23 minutes to 87 minutes and had the game winner against Oregon last year. It was storybook stuff for Turry the last half of the season. Great story. Ball skips away. Yale taking advantage. Into space. Great run. Ryan looking for some help. Choi. She's been solid off the bench, hasn't she? Godden does a good job of keeping that defender on her back. And Oregon State will build from the back here in the 37th minute. Scoreless at Paul Lorenz Field. The hometown Beavers and the visiting Yale Bulldogs. Parker gives it up. Carried for a bit, and then the turnover. On this near sideline, you see Phillips lurking. That's just a great effort by Wilson. Turry. Doesn't look like she has a lot of help. Look at the defense by Jacobs. just had the perfect angle for the takeaway. Smartly played, Booker. Got a little room, does the veteran. Solomon. Nothing on that header from Phillips. Takes a couple of hops into the arms of Sanchez. Phillips, though, has been very, very active on this near sideline, making some great runs. Teammates looking for her every time Yale gets into the attacking third. Cahalan is going to leave it. And there's the run again for Phillips. Beautiful ball. Phillips, love that service. Oregon State's defense again. Erba. Oh, at the last second, how about Young? Again, one of those veterans that Sarah Martinez relies on heavily. Oregon State looking to thread the needle. But you saw the boot right there by Young at the last second. 3-year starter just knows her way around that 18, doesn't she? Oregon State beating those lines, being able to break through those lines with a couple of deep balls. Stymied to this point by Yale's defense, but you got to love the idea. The runs have been really solid. Let's take another look again. Erba doing her thing. Look at the run. And the release is absolutely perfect. But there's Young. The run for naught. Tobias turns. She's going to get it right back on that far sideline. Great ball. Defense is there. Caraher with a really good run and a good effort. She had to go 1v2. And finally, McKenna Martinez entering the pitch in the 41st minute. Bryant in for Yale.
Number 17, Zoe House on for number 15.
Zoe House and McKenna Martinez for Oregon State. Martinez not starting. And onto the pitch here in the 41st minute. Martinez looked to get a boot on that one. She would have turned and looked immediately for a shot on frame. Instead, we're going to go the other way. Bryant. Well played, Oregon State defense. Wilson. She's going to give it up. Weak pass. Nothing there. There's a good look at Mia Erba. We're going to play on. It'll be a Yale throw. 43rd minute. Scoreless here at Paul Lorenz Field. Teams have got to love the cloud cover. Temperature still hovering in the high 70s. Beautiful day for our women's soccer match here in Corvallis. Martinez trying to find the angle, So good on the ball is Martinez. Look at that battle over there. Martinez and Booker. You see what a different club Oregon State is when number 19 is on the pitch. Just never quits on the ball. When Martinez was a freshman in 2021, second team All Pac-12, had 12 goals and 28 points. Led this club in almost every offensive category. Her first 2 years were something else in terms of scoring. Pac-12 defense has figured her out. She's been scoring and facilitating more as a junior. Wants to get in the goal scoring column today as a senior. Tobias will leave it. Now Choi. Throw Oregon State, 44th minute. Clever. Choi lost it.
One minute remains in the first half.
Less than a minute to go in this first half. Scoreless at Paul Lorenz Field. Choi almost had it. Instead, to the boots of Jacobs. Turning, looking, clever. And there's the run. Little flick header. See if Bryant can catch up to it. The freshman Wilson has been so solid defensively for this Oregon State bunch. And Sanchez will take her time. Seconds dwindling down in this scoreless first half.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
so
5.
The remaining seconds
3,
in the books.
2, 1, 0.
And Yale and Oregon State will go to their respective benches scoreless at half. There's a good look at Martinez, who did not start this match, came in. We're at Paul Lorenz Field on the campus of Oregon State University. The hometown Beavers in their home opener taking on Yale out of the Ivy League, scoreless at half. Both teams with scoring chances, as we showed you a few minutes ago, but both defenses rising to the occasion time and time again. I'm going to get the binocs out and see if McKenna Martinez is starting this half. She did not start the first half, only played some 4 minutes. It was a scoreless first half for both of these clubs, only the second time these teams have ever met. Oregon State winning the first game in New Haven back in 2021 when Martinez had a brace. So second half underway. McKenna on the pitch for Oregon State. One of the most dynamic goal scorers in all of college soccer. Let's see if she can work some magic and get OSU on the board. Back heel, like the idea. Good defense by Paola Figueroa, who is starting the second half for Oregon State. She wears number 7. The junior out of California. Here she is on the near sideline. Turning Tobias. Didn't like what she saw. Good step. Tyke leaves it. Cahalan. Dangerous. A rip, but right into the gut of Sanchez. Bryant getting the starting nod for Yale in the second half. on frame, but right at the Oregon State keeper. That's another one that Yale would like to have back, as Sanchez didn't have to move a muscle. There's a good look at Bryant, the senior defender out of Atlanta. So second half underway here at Paul Lorenz Field. All natural turf. Grounds crew doing a great job of having it in terrific shape for today's match. A little heavy on the touch. You see Young wearing that captain's armband. She'll defend Martinez. Martinez, beautiful ball into space. Look out, look out! Holmes reading it nicely off her line. Jacobs, man, has she been all over the place or what? So good to see her healthy again. There's the run and the turn. Smartly played, middle of the field, Cahalan. Run of play for Bryant. Blocked and a corner. Bryant came on late in the first half as a sub. Starting this second half like she means business. It'll be a throw, not a corner, and here's Bryant. Out of harm's way, Oregon State. And Sanchez looking to get things going. We're scoreless, so you know the game's first goal is going to be huge for whoever finds the back of the net. Look out, far post, and it trickles through the ricochet. Sanchez was beat. It hits the post and ricochets home. Rappel celebrates, and why not? The senior coming off a career year with those 7 goals. Scores her first goal of the season. Look at Rappel, has the edge, and fires with the left foot. Ping, and to the back of the net. Rappel had the edge against Wilson, and the left foot was true. What a strike by Rappel, 1-0. Yale wants another one. Good turn. Beautiful ball. Blocked and cleared by Oregon State. Yale looking organized and dangerous to open up this second half. We told you about all those goals that Rappel was able to score last year, and you knew that first one was coming. And to the dismay of Oregon State fans, it comes against the Beavers, 1-0 Yale. Just love the way the Bulldogs have come out this second half. Organized. They're combining, making really good runs, and testing this OSU defense. 6, yeah, there she is, getting it right back tight. Unlucky there. Jacobs. And now Cahalan. Well played, Cahalan. How about that? Benedetti takes it from Cahalan. And here comes Oregon State. But Benedetti is dispossessed. Weak pass there.
It's a weak pass. Well, at least we got a goal, so.
So Yale, coming off of that frustrating season in 2023, non-conference was solid and then winless in Ivy play. They really feel that even with some injuries, they're healthier and will be dangerous. Martinez shucks the defenders. Great ball inside. Flag is up. Boy, that was going to be a collision course. And the timing of the run and the keeper off the line was going to be interesting. And then the whistle blows. That play dead. Martinez, head up. You love the ball, but offside. Sanchez, smartly played.
That's what it should look like. Paint like this. Sunny.
Martinez, this is when she's at her best. How about Booker? So the foul's going to go against Martinez. What a matchup that is. The two veterans, Booker, one of the best defenders around, going against the dynamic McKenna Martinez. Young, look at all that room.
Someone needs to produce. Camera three outside.
Tyke's going to leave it. Battle there. Jacobs whistled for that foul. 53rd minute. Looks like Jacobs
Number 22,
just got booked.
Jacob.
Her second yellow card of the season, first of the game. So here's Oregon State. Expect a deep ball. Yale just looking to clear so they can get organized. Martinez. Booker cutting back. Beautifully played McKenna. She's got room and a lethal left foot. Love the service into the box. Yale able to head it away. One nothing. Yale with the lead. Rappel's goal in the 49th minute, the difference maker at this point. Bulldogs looking for more. Young, lots of room. Young and Rappel playing catch. Rappel looking to turn the corner. Love the run. Jacobs into space. No problem for Sanchez. Tobias almost gives it away. That could have been really dangerous. Instead, it's Martinez trying to turn on Booker. No can do. The veteran defender anticipating that spin move. Rappel. Bryant on the run. Looking for the edge. Turi playing pretty good defense in that far corner. It'll be a throw for Yale here in the 55th minute. Bulldogs leading it 1-0. Ellie Rappel's goal in the 49th minute. giving Yale that 1-0 lead. Clock stopped. And now we're set to resume play. Remember the first time these clubs met, first and only time, 2021 in New Haven. The Beavers just boat raced this Yale club, winning it 6-1 with McKenna Martinez featuring the brace. Sarah Martinez, the head coach for Yale and the Seattle native and the UW grad, promised it would be different. Different club, different culture, different athleticism, different speed for Yale. And right now, the Bulldogs with the 1-0 lead. Love what Martinez has done with this club. Caroline Kelly, the new head coach for Oregon State, picked up her first head coaching victory in that win against Idaho State the other night. Brought her to tears. And now it's the home opener. She'd love that kind of emotion in today's match as well, but her club chasing a bit, but still plenty of time left to go. Martinez wants to turn, doesn't need much room to fire it off. Didn't have anything with the shot on frame. Skips into the arms of Holmes. But you can see the quick turn, the hips. And Martinez is always looking for something on frame. All over the Oregon State record books is McKenna Martinez. And here we go. The run. 1-on-1 and just wide is Benedetti. She pounds the turf. She wanted that far post. The 1v1 opportunity for the veteran Benedetti, who missed all of last year with the injury. Check it out. Ava knows the defender's coming. Jacobs closing quickly, wanted the far post at Benedetti, and you see the frustration. Great job by our camera crew. There's a great look at Benedetti, the Oregon native who comes to Oregon State via Arkansas and Seattle University. And again, we talked about both of these clubs with really unfortunate injuries, but also some players coming back from missing last year. Benedetti, one of them. Oh, that was a chance that Oregon State would love to have back. That equalizer right there. Credit Jacobs for closing quickly. Holmes took away the angle as well. And Benedetti just missing that far post. Flag goes up, 58th minute. You look at this score, and don't be fooled. This has been a heck of a match. Both defenses playing superbly, but some great runs and scoring opportunities for both clubs as well. We're sitting on 1-0. Yale with that lead. Look out. Ooh. Oregon State with a rare defensive miscue. Another chance for Yale. 59th minute. There's a good look at Rappel. She takes these corner kicks. She, of course, has scored the game's only goal, and it was a beauty. Rappel really accurate on these corners. Great ball. Oh! And Yale has done it again via the set piece. just camping on that far post is Aikens. And it was kind of a little excuse me tally. Aikens is going to go over to her cheering comrades. Aikens with her first goal and point of the season. The transfer out of TCU gets it home. Oh, and Sanchez cannot believe it. Check out the far post. It just kind of nudges right off her knee, and off of it looks like Claire Jones as well. Aikens gets the goal. So Rappel with an assist. Second consecutive game that Rappel has been able to record an assist off a corner kick service. You see her accuracy. That is a huge goal for this Yale bunch in the 59th minute. Still a ton of time for Oregon State to come back. Let's see if they could get one back in quick fashion. Tobias gets clobbered, another foul against Yale. How about Aikens just kind of hovering, standing at about 5'5" on that far post. Ball hits her knee, and I think it might have deflected off of Jones as well. But give the senior defender her first goal wearing Yale gear, the transfer out of TCU. Big 12 freshman of the year. Comes to Yale. Does Aikens. Played and started some games last year. And records her first goal of her Yale career. That's fun. Martinez battling. One-on-one, it's going to be tough to dispossess her. Finding the open teammate, Jones. You see what McKenna Martinez does. She attracts so many defenders. And smart enough to understand if there's 2 or 3 on me, I'm going to find an open teammate. Two to nothing. Yale with the lead. Both goals coming in this second half for the Bulldogs. Here comes Oregon State. Benedetti. Headed away. Benedetti so close to that equalizer about 3-4 minutes ago. Can't beat Holmes to get that far post goal, and then minutes later, it's Yale scoring the game's second goal. So 2-0, Bulldogs with the lead. Miscommunication there. Just into space. This is the one and only game Yale will play west of the East Coast, if that makes sense. I mean, they stay home. They stay home on the East Coast. This is part of the home and home agreement they made with Oregon State. Wow. Barker and Exley collide, and I think there's going to be a booking. Yep. So Barker gets the yellow in the 63rd minute.
The yellow card is booked. Beavers, Jude Barker.
Deemed dangerous play. 63rd minute. Next up for Yale, while I'm thinking of it, as they'll host Stony Brook and Fordham, and then go to UConn, while doesn't get any easier for Oregon State hosting Nebraska next week before going up to Seattle to take on Seattle U. Seattle U and Gonzaga joining the West Coast Conference next year as that conference continues to expand. One hop. Rappel up to her old tricks. Deep ball for Martinez. She releases. This could be interesting. Martinez and Booker, bodies flying, will play on. Foul's going to go against Yale. Booker getting dinged, and a great opportunity for Oregon State. Jones goes down in a heap, getting fouled. So in the 64th minute, Yale will set up the wall. And Martinez will look to strike. Oh, Oregon State could use a tally here for all kinds of reasons, to get back in it, get the crowd in it. Everybody will crash on impact. Ball blocked. And scooped. Yale just looking to put it into space where they can get organized, and they will do just that. Oregon State looking for the quick throw. Vienna Lundstedt checking in for Yale. She and her sister Reagan playing for the Bulldogs.
Substitution for the Bulldogs. Number 11, Gianna Lundstedt. On for number 18, Belle Golden.
Lundstedt, just a freshman. We'll get some quality minutes here. Free kick, Oregon State, 66th minute. Temperature low 80s here in Corvallis. Wind's not a factor. Oregon State looking to use the width of the field a little bit more as they're kind of glommed up in the middle of the pitch. Ball off Figueroa, Yale throw. Yale picked to finish 6th in the Ivy League. Oregon State picked to finish 8th in the West Coast Conference. Caroline Kelly says, we didn't like that. A little chip on our shoulders. But right now they're playing catch up against a very good Yale club. Dummy run does not work. Yale reading that well.
I love that pass.
Well played. Benedetti. Service, though, had a little too much on it. There's a good look at Benedetti from Happy Valley, Oregon. Didn't play last year with that injury. Retreating is Jacobs. Young asking for it, and will get it. Exley. Now Tyke. Well played, Booker. Martinez trying to put the move on the veteran defender, and Booker would not bite. She's been terrific. Collision on that far sideline. Martinez and Akins.
The yellow card is booked on the Beavers. McKenna
Martinez is booked with the yellow here in the 68th minute. Aggressive play, dangerous play. So Akins goes down. Martinez walks away, but she gets booked. There's a good look at McKenna. Did not start this match. Came on with about 4 minutes left to go in the first half and has played the entire second half. She and Booker have put on a show. Martinez, the dynamic forward for Oregon State, and Booker, that veteran, solid anchor defensively for Yale. It's a good battle there. Rappel, Bautista. So Rappel will be rewarded with the corner. She has already recorded an assist off a corner kick, but this time it's the short corner. Taking a little while to unleash the shot, maybe a little too long, is Cahalan. Like the idea, maybe a one-timer could have caught Oregon State off guard. And the foul will go against Oregon State. The Beavers now picking up some fouls and another yellow card.
Yellow card is booked on the Beavers. Eva Benedetti.
Benedetti with the yellow. So an opportunity for Yale. That's a great ball. Nice job by Sanchez to read it. Three yellow cards on Oregon State now, and one on Yale.
Return to the pitch for the Beavers. Carly Kehrer.
Kehrer back onto the field for Oregon State. Figueroa will take a seat. Paola starting this second half after not having played the first. And now Kehrer will be back onto the pitch. It's 2-0 Yale here in the 70th minute. Both Bulldog goals coming in this second half. Young avoiding the turnover on this near sideline is Exley. She'll carry. Exley inside the 18. Ball blocked. Counter Oregon State. Well played, Jacobs. Takes it right away from Benedetti from distance. Not there. Cahalan. 71st minute. Choi back in, as is Godden for Oregon State. Martinez and Benedetti going to the sidelines. We were surprised when Martinez did not start this match. She did start the second half, did Martinez, and defended to perfection by the veteran Layla Booker. But no reason to panic or hurry if you're Oregon State. There's just a ton of time left, but you've got to start creating more quality chances. Holmes hasn't really been tested between the Yale pipes. Tobias playing the good D. But Rappel will stand over yet another corner kick opportunity. Yale has scored on one of these set pieces. Line drive. Boy, when that ball pings off of a bunch of players, that's when you can get the keeper off balance or maybe even screened. Not that time. But again, keeping the ball in the attacking third, Yale. Choi almost overruns it. Foot race here. Young wants to find her keeper, Holmes, and does. Rappel and Akins both scoring for Yale here in the second half. It's been a quiet game offensively for Oregon State. Look out here. Hesitating, actually looking for some room. Ooh. And going down is Barker. I can't tell if she got the ball in the face, maybe in the midsection, but she is down, is the veteran Barker. Yeah, right in the gut. The Washingtonian Barker, senior captain. Battling injuries the last couple of years. Gosh, when she burst onto the scene in 2021, she was playing 90-minute matches every time out, getting up gingerly, but getting up all the same. The crowd cheering her on. She got popped pretty good. Took the wind right out of her. There's a good look at Erba coming in as Barker is helped to the sideline. Glad Juju is up and walking on her own accord once she did get to her sideline. So Erba back on the pitch. '74th minute. Possession game would favor Yale right about now, that's for sure. And they'll just kind of spread the ball around and make those Oregon State defenders chase. If there's room, they'll keep. Double teamed. Nice ball. Ooh, great job by Wilson to close at the last second on Rappel. Wow. Beautiful, delicate little ball near the 6. Love this service. And a great tackle by the youngster Wilson to deny anything for Rappel. And there's about 4 or 5 Yale subs coming in. I'm going to try and track them all down.
Corner pickup coming for the Bulldogs.
Corner, Yale.
Butcher.
Headed out of danger.
Substitutions a moment ago for the Bulldogs. Andy Miller on for Mars Akins. Meredith Phillips returns for Annika Bryant. Alana Butcher. On for Reagan Exley. Addie Bray reports for Ellie Rabble. And Rebecca Rote on for Tina Type.
So Miller, Phillips, Butcher, Bray, and Rote checking in for the Yale Bulldogs. Martinez sending a whole bunch of help in as this match gets later and later and nearing completion. From distance, Jacobs. Rappel, one of the players going off the pitch for Yale. What a game she's had, scoring the match's first goal and then assisting on the second. The senior out of Massachusetts. Choi trying to turn, nothing there. Phillips checking into the match moments earlier, playing the good D in that far corner. So both clubs looking to keep the momentum going as they each posted victories last time out. Yale defeating St. John's, while Oregon State on the road taking care of Idaho State. Yale with a really impressive second half, though, to open this thing up. Got to keep grinding, though, if you're Oregon State. You just have to. You got a new coaching staff. You're dealing with some injuries to veterans, and you just got to keep grinding. There's one of the veterans, Godden. Caraher wants to carry. Rote with the defense. Throw, Yale. Yale in control. 80th minute. Looking for more. Great tackle and clearance. Not quite. Yale. From distance, the shot blocked. Again, blocked. Rote had a notion. Yale wants more. 80th minute. Pushing is Butcher. Got to tip your cap to the visiting Bulldogs. Ball blocked a couple of different times. Standing tall. inside the 18. Oregon State's defense, they know darn well that any kind of goal now in the remaining minutes puts this thing to bed. And we're getting awfully close to desperation time for Oregon State. Not quite. We still got a good full 20 minutes left, or excuse me, 10 minutes left. But remember, Martinez on the bench for Oregon State, subbing out a few moments ago. Sarah Martinez, as we told you, said we are a different team than we were when we lost 6-1 at home to Oregon State in 2021. We're just different. We're better. We're more athletic. We're faster. And boy, can Yale play a little defense. Threading the needle, not there. Like the idea, switching fields. Butcher in the 18. No angle. Great D. Great to see Barker back on the pitch playing the defense for Oregon State. 82nd minute. Butcher lurking, wants to cut it back. Look out. Cahalan trying to find just a little bit of space, but not there. Caraher has the edge. Aiden Brown checking in for Oregon State. Corner kick for the Beavers here in the 83rd minute. You make some magic happen here, and you're right back in it, say Beaver fans. Godden with the honors. 83rd minute.
Katie Godden with the ball for the corner kick for the Beavers.
Taking her time is Godden. Now ready to strike. Punched out of the way. Rebound not there. Follow up. Knocked away by Holmes. Really good sweet sequence for Oregon State. Tobias almost beating Holmes. And Kyla, the sophomore keeper, goes down to her knees. Right there with the quick left. Reading it beautifully is Holmes. Well struck by Tobias. What a game Val has had. Another corner for Oregon State. Still plenty of time to get back in this thing. Driven. Ball up for grabs. Tobias again. Ball pinging. Tobias again. Wow. Oregon State getting after it. Crowd is getting back into it. Oregon State not going away. Godden again. Far post. Nobody there.
Substitutions a moment ago for either side. For the Bulldogs, P.D. Ryan returns for Logan Jacobs.
Great sequence for Oregon State.
For Layla Booker. Abby Mose on for Nana Young.
Ryan,
and Ashley Kirshner returns.
Mose, Kirshner back in for Yale.
Aiden Brown.
And as we mentioned, Aiden Brown onto the pitch for Oregon State. It's hurry up now time in the 84th minute for the Beavers. Trailing 2-0. Look at that turn. Ball blocked and cleared. What a turn by Godden. Check this out. It was a great ball into space quickly. And then Yale collapses and clears. Here's Kirchner. Oregon State in the last 4 or 5 minutes of play with some fantastic sequences and scoring opportunities. They're going to go back and watch game tape and feel good about the fact that they did not quit and still are thinking this is still a game. I love it. But we are in the 85th minute. This has just been a fun match. Woo! Lundstedt. A lot of Yale fans in the crowd. That's because Sarah Martinez, the head coach for the Bulldogs, is from Seattle, played at UW, and you know there is a truck full of folks from the Emerald City and thereabouts coming down to cheer on the Yale Bulldogs. Caraher. Beautifully played by Caraher, still on the move near the 18th. Just couldn't get any pace with the left foot. Kirchner from Issaquah, family and friends as well. There's a good shot of Caraher. Again, up next for Oregon State, hosting a very good Nebraska club next week, while Yale will go home for a couple of home matches between Stony Brook, or with Stony Brook and Fordham. 87th minute. Oregon State fans hoping for a miracle. Three on the ball there. If you're Godden, you're thinking, gee whiz, I need some space to breathe. Foul's going to go against Yale. And here is Godden on the free kick. 88th minute. Let's see if she tries to curl one in from distance. Tags it. '88th minute. This game in the hands of the visiting Yale Bulldogs. Both goals coming in the second half for Yale. Rappel and Akins with the scoring honors. Oregon State with a few flurries. Never quitting in this match. Showing some growth offensively in the latter stages of this second half. But you got to tip your cap to this Yale bunch. Coming all the way from New Haven. Their one really true road trip of the season. This is the farthest west they come by a landslide. And they're getting out of Dodge with the huge victory. 89th minute. Little wide is Butcher there. It's been a really fun match to witness and to be a part of. I have a feeling Yale's coaching staff is going to go back and look at this game tape and be thrilled with the defensive effort collectively and individually. Bulldogs looking for some more in the final minute. Oregon State's defense, all in all, pretty good as well. Look out. Look out. Final 30 seconds of this match.
Final 20 seconds.
You'll hear the PA announcer count down the final 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Bulldogs
5,
will secure
3, 2,
the clean sheet.
1, 0.
And the Bulldog sideline with the celebration. Hard-earned victory, scoreless at half, and Yale scoring 2 goals in the second half. And they'll go home with a skip in their step. Believe you me. Saw an Oregon State club that just kept grinding, kept trying to combine, tried to get behind that defense. That back line would have none of it wearing Yale gear.
We'll see you right back here at Paul Ridgefield for more Beaver Soccer this coming Thursday, September 6th.
So that's a wrap from Corvallis. Yale defeating Oregon State 2-0. Victory putting the Bulldogs over the 500 mark. Nice bit of revenge after getting smacked around by the Beavers a few years ago, huh? Big match by Rappel and the rest of her crew. Fran and our entire broadcast crew, thanks for watching. Have a great holiday, everybody.